off to the races, so to speak.
If this works, if not, fucking, I don't even know.
We'll just use the.
We have to restart the computer.
We should just use the condenser mic and see if that works.
Why? That wouldn't fix anything. We know this makes not the problem.
Well, it's the audio input, right? So something is going on.
With
Maybe a
OBS.
second. Yeah, but AJ comes in just fine. So my desktop audio is coming in fine, right?
Your desktop. Yes.
So it could be that input specifically.
All right. Can you guys hear us?
I mean, I can hear you.
Yeah, we sound good. Sweet.
I've got a y'all sound good from
All right, we're cool now.
Can we hear AJ? Oh, Josh, projector.
Oh yeah.
Also, double check that we can hear AJ.
But
Yay!
I feel like our faithful fan
Yeah.
person
AJ, you're coming in fine.
because of resolution.
Right?
Just Sunny.
Yes, that's my friend.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
We need to project the DSLR.
I have as a friend.
Sick. Okay, everyone's good. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you for bearing with us. Thanks for sticking around.
Thanks, Sonny.
OBS sucks.
You get a
OBS is
field.
great. It just
OBS
fucks
is
up
great. It just
sometimes.
fucks up real bad. So
the
know,
Nightlock Foundation.
What the fuck?
All right, so when last we left our intrepid heroes, Josh was being
everything
chased
was
down
fucked.
by a group of zealots.
was
They were
fucking
firing stasis beams at him. The air was slowing down. However, Josh is immensely strong and has been thus far resisting most of the beam's influence, and he's not rendered immobile. However, he has been extremely slowed. The rest of you, you see Otto rush in, overdrive, dive through the hole he just created, or she just created. You don't know these robots' genders, and attack something. Norman/Leonard, what would you like to do?
Tally ho! And I charge.
All right, you charge straight in. You hear the machine I was describing earlier. It's getting louder and louder up in the roof, and blue sparks of energy are flying between the various coils. You see Otto attack one of the adversites, who clumsily dodges to the side. What do you do?
I shoot the machine. I don't like the looks of it.
All right, roll a 20-sided dice to shoot the machine.
No, not my kind candy.
Okay, jump jet.
It's got you could just probably got an AC of like 9, 8.
Hey,
stationary
we should also
object.
say, do we thank our follower?
Thank you, Sunny, for the follow. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Sonny. Must be happy for the follow.
Thanks, hon.
That's a nat 20.
Dude,
Oh.
a natural 20. All right, you slam into this thing, and roll for damage, Norman.
Okay, so that's 2d10 and 2d8.
Yeah.
No penetration. 10, 14, 16 damage.
All right, your junk jet slams into the side of this thing and knocks off a few of the spokes that are kind of sticking outside of it. The arcs between some of the spokes on that side kind of start to stretch longer and sputter. However, it does not seem to be entirely disabled. Leonard, what would you like to do?
You're not in the room with me, so you'd have to move in. But
Yeah, I'm just be like, yo, fuckers.
Yeah. Also, do any of you guys have
Are you like a
mechanics or
fuckboy?
engineering besides auto?
No.
nope.
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 He has security.
Sure. I'll say this is you can make a difficult security check to try to understand what this is. DC like 16.
Okay. Well, you have +4, so
Sure,
pretty good.
I'll try to do that. That's
Nope.
Nope.
This thing could be anything. Okay. The adversites go. Josh, you get shot at again by a bunch of stasis beams. Actually, it says it's your turn. You've been shot by a bunch of stasis beams. You're running through like thickish like air. It's really hard to move. What do you want to do? They're standing like you're in like the middle of an alleyway, as there's this stasis field being created around you.
I mean, I try to break through. I feel like I can break out of this stasis shield.
You could try to muscle it if you want, and just run forward. But it's pretty difficult so far.
Okay, sure. Like, do I feel like it's actually like possible for me to break this, or is it
You feel like
hopeless?
potentially possible, but like if they just keep raining down stasis fields on you, like you're gonna be like stuck really quick.
Okay, so I'm getting the impression that my best chance that I feel is to just try to get the fuck out still. Because I can't handle them firing on me anymore, so I can't like stand and fight, right? Like that's just it's hard.
Yeah, so pretty much you're flanked on two sides by this alley. There's junk everywhere. The walls are, regular Durasteel or whatever, the, kind of regular steel compounds of the local walls. The end of the alley is maybe 5 meters away from you. There's not really too much in the way of cover. There's junk. You can try and dive into a pool of it, I guess, but you're not sure how that would help you against the field.
Yeah, since it's a field, I don't think that it would. All right, I'm going to try to run to the end of the alley.
Okay. Also, make a strength check. This is going to be DC 16. This is pretty hard.
Okay.
Just break through the edge of this thing.
I guess this is like performance of my bot, so it's not really a skill, right? There wouldn't really be any skill.
This is just like pure, just brute strength to try and hack through this.
All right, dog. Let's fucking get this nat 20 out of the way. That's a 16.
All right. You do break through the edge of the stasis field, and you get to the end of the alleyway. And they only get one shot off at you before you duck around a corner. Actually, you roll your defense, DC 13 dexterity.
DC 13. Dexter, that's a 5.
All right. Make another durability check for the one shot that they managed to get off at you. DC 13.
Oh, fucker. 11.
All right. You managed to get around the corner, but you're hit by another stasis field.
Wait, AJ.
Yes.
I forgot I have a gravity hammer. Is it possible that I can turn around and try to push myself at the last second?
You know what, Josh? Anything's possible. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh!
All right.
Nat fucking 20.
So, you don't understand the physics too much of these stasis beams, but you know that, this thing propels you backwards when you swing it. So you turn around and you slam forward, activating the gravity push function of your, gravity hammer, and the laser itself bounces back away from the field you created towards your incoming enemies, slamming into them and sending them in a stasis field.
Sick.
You quickly die. Oh, actually, I don't know what you do. Do you advance on them as they struggle to
fuck
leave the
that,
field?
dude. I'm out. I'm gonna go help my homies. They've sent out a distress beacon.
All right. Yeah, there's you see the shuttles coming in and converging on the warehouse. All right, back to the rest of you guys.
Cotton candy.
The adversary Joes, one of them is going to try to shoot Otto. Actually, it's going to hack at Otto with its fist. Just kind of the butt of its weapon. Otto, make a DC 11 defense check to get out of the way of this thing, which is kind of dexterity unless you have anything else.
14.
All right, you managed to easily parry the clumsy blow of the adversary zealot. The other adversary takes aim at you, Norman, and is going to open a paw shot, make a defense roll, DC 13 against this adversary shot.
No. Nat 1.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. You get freaking cats. That's a 3. Actually, I should have you roll your damage, but I'll roll it this once. All right, 3, 5, and take 11 damage as you get shot by an adversary.
Oh, shit.
That's really bad.
The machine's whirring louder and louder. Leonard, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna smack it. I'm gonna. How much power do we have?
Plenty.
What are you smacking?
Okay, then I'm gonna power up and smack the machine.
Guys, all we need is Leonard's head. Or Sarge's head.
That's true.
You can just go up and snip.
Well, yeah, wherever
Sarge's head
his
off.
fucking
I can
central
just snip his
processing
head
unit
off.
is.
Also, remember, Leonard, that the machine's on the ceiling, so how are you getting up to it?
I have a gun.
Paw shot at the thing to shoot it.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Is I'm just gonna go.
Dude, honestly, let me just say something real quick. Killing Sarge is also a viable option.
Why?
Because all we need is for the data to not be exposed from his system.
So what you're saying is you gotta pop him in the head.
Yeah, basically.
Alright.
Just like kill him.
It's like, what do you do with a hostage if you can't kill the person that's taking the hostage?
Kill the hostage.
You kill the hostage if that hostage is valuable information.
Shit, it works in Rainbow Six Siege.
Exactly.
You can't save hostage if a hostage is dead.
So it kind of sucks, but that is totally a part of our strategy.
I don't see any way of us getting out of this.
So we gotta get out now. We have to start getting out. So I think, either only keeping his central processing unit intact, or just straight up destroying it, and, well, actually it would be any databank.
Metagame harder.
What?
It's okay. I tell you this, because I'm thinking the same thing.
Dude, no, we're communicating. What?
You guys are communicating during combat.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Rapid.
Yeah. I'm just doing
Rapid machine communication.
Yeah, dude. Obviously, we're just broadcasting in fucking English right now because everyone knows we're here. So we're just sending, that raw ass data over. Not even a problem.
You're definitely not encrypting it at all. It's just literally broadcasting.
So I'm just telling you this. Like, we have to either destroy Sarge's databanks or get them. But either way, we gotta leave now.
Okay. So what's gonna happen?
Such ways.
Yo, what's up, Kyle?
Stab Sarge.
You mean you're gonna shoot him?
Alright, so you rush forward to stab Sarge.
Try and chop his head off. That's where his CPU is. That's where his central processing unit is. You can just take his head. That's where his, everything is.
Sure, I'm gonna take his head. I'm gonna cut it off and...
Alright, roll to charge forward and cut off Sarge's head. I'm going to say the adversary with a gun tries to intercept you as it sees you making your advance towards Sarge with your energy scissors and tries to stop you. So make a dexterity check or strength check to muscle past it or dodge it.
Who the fuck is Edgelord 69?
I think I know who that is, but I'm not sure.
9.
9.
I think that's gonna do it.
Wait, strength or dex?
9?
Is it both -1?
9.
Edgelord has to say something.
Yeah, they're both -1.
For me to know it's them.
Alright, unfortunately, I should have mentioned this, but it is a DC 12 check. I should have said a DC, but it's fine. You get side hit, chucked by a adversary as you charge towards to kill Sarge. However, you get a free opportunity to attack the adversary who side chucked you.
Okay. Nat 20.
Right. Roll for freaking murdering this guy.
Was
Do you power up your scissors?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Caesars.
Okay.
Is that 48 or 40-10?
It's 40-10.
That's a D10.
What the hell are you doing?
It's
Just reading his head off?
Just roll twice, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, he's trying to chop his head.
Okay, so that's
13
plus... That penetrates.
14.
So 14, 24.
Yeah.
Because it penetrates.
Alright, 24. You hack this adversary in half. Or at least you believe you hack the adversary in half, but as you hack the entity in front of you, generally when you last fought adversaries, when they were killed, massive bursts of green goo just exploded everywhere. However, inside these creatures, there is no green goo. In fact, it seems like these creatures are entirely mechanical, and thus potentially explaining why their movements were so clumsy. However, regardless, the entity is dead. And you I guess, continue forward towards Sarge.
So it's like the one that we fought before was old and not as optimized?
No. All of them before were real, were flesh. This one's actually just...
They were piloted, so essentially they've been power suits piloted by adversaries. However, this thing just seems like a suit with no adversary inside.
This is useful information. This is essentially what we're getting at here.
Okay.
As us killing these things is not really doing anything to the adversary fleet.
Alright. Also, alright, so we have another turn. I guess their single remaining adversary is up. Or not adversary shell is up. and it will attempt to shoot our buddy Otto point blank with his laser rifle.
Oh shit.
Otto, make a DC 11 dexterity roll to DC 12 defense roll to not get shot.
Back in my day, I didn't get shot at blank. I don't know. I'm trying to be funny.
That's okay.
Oh shit! 18.
Nice.
All right, you easily get out of the way of the clumsily fired shot, bounces harmlessly off of the Durasteel floor. All right, you guys are up. The machine is reaching a crescendo. You're not sure what's going to happen, but you're pretty sure that whatever's happening, it's happening right after this.
Awesome. Cotton candy's coming. I can feel it.
I think.
Sarge, kill him. Get it out.
I'm gonna just
Bye.
run up. Can I just like grab his head? Like he's
Sure,
mostly
can,
disassembled, right? You said.
Yes.
Yeah,
You can fly forward and.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a power to activate my flight jets and just fucking charge towards Sarge with my jets and grab his head.
All right, so you just I'm gonna ask you to make a dexterity check, DC 12, to not bank into the wall as you try and curve upwards and grab his head as you're going and not just crash directly into the wall.
Oh, I'm so close. It was a 10.
All right, so good news and bad. The good news is you got the head. Somewhat bad news is you crash full tilt into a freaking wall. Roll a DC 14 durability check to see if you break through the wall or you just get smashed to bits.
15.
All right, you successfully kind of break through the side of the wall, holding the dismembered head of your buddy.
Fucking Bill.
Get rid of that shit. We don't need that anymore.
My lucky hat. You didn't
All right,
even wear one. Back in the day. Yeah.
What's up?
The hats.
Hats.
Oh, the whole
hats.
hat, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what about the rest of you? Otto, what are you doing? You're locked in pitched combat with a adversary shell.
I guess I scream, "Eateth my robotic dick," and try again.
Go for it. Roll it.
It looks like to be a 5. It's 2 plus 1. 8.
8. All right. You do successfully hit it. Roll for your damage.
So that's 2d6. 2d6.
You can also add 1 power, which you technically didn't do before, but it's cool, in order to make a 2d10.
Yeah, I'll do 2d6. So 1d6.
That's a 6. So we have a rule. If you roll max damage, you penetrate to another dice. So roll again. That's a 6.
Yeah,
penetrates
that's a 6.
again. So that's 11.
Yeah, so it's 11.
And that's a 4. So it's always after the penetrating dice are -1. So that's 6 plus 5
14.
plus 3. Yep. Yeah, plus another d6.
But plus you have another dice because 2d6.
So roll it again.
2.
So 16.
All right, so 16 damage. Yes. Similarly to how your friend Snipperclips eviscerated one of these shells, this one also gets eviscerated. It's also an empty shell.
Nice damage rolls.
Thanks.
Snipperclips, what do you want to do? You've defeated the enemy. Norman's crashed through a wall.
I know his name is Snipperclips.
No, I'm just giving it my battle cry. Eateth. Eateth my metallic dick.
Otto just killed one of them, and you're just kind of cool.
I was on autopilot.
All right. Can you grab me one of the ones from the back box in the very back?
Thanks.
The big box.
Dude, I actually have no idea what I want to do.
Just
You hear shuttles landing around outside.
Oh, I'm actually gonna fucking dip. Okay, I'm out.
All right.
Here.
Where do you attempt to dip?
I'm gonna go out the hole that Otto cut over.
No. Sorry. Right side. Left side.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that and try to snack my way over to wherever Norman's gonna be going.
All right. I'm going to ask you to make a dexterity roll in order to do that. It's actually pretty difficult. DC 15.
Nat 20.
All right. As the machine reaches its height, you begin to run towards the exits, and a massive just blue wave engulfs the entire room. You manage to just barely escape the outside edges of behind the warehouse before the wave just engulfs everything. However, it's like even then you can feel your movements coming slightly sluggish. You see Otto turning in triumph after having just hacked one of these things to pieces and just kind of doesn't even get any chance before he's completely engulfed and just kind of frozen, standing still as this machine kind of just slows everything down.
Otto's frozen? Fuck.
Otto is absolutely frozen.
What did I do?
You got stuck in a stasis field.
Of course I did.
So this blue thing generated a big stasis field.
Who rolled for me then?
No one. You just didn't leave the room when AJ was like, it's dangerous in there.
Guys, it's rough. The machine, it was a scary blue machine. All right, the rest of you who aren't trapped in a massive stasis field.
So I'm assuming that I actually see Norman.
You see Norman trapped.
Because I was trying to go to the warehouse from the other side, right?
You see like a massive bright blue light like engulf everything. And also Norman and like Leonard, like they're not like in the heart of it, but they're still like kind of like they're moving slower relative to like how you're viewing them from the outside.
Oh.
They're definitely struggling. You see a couple Adversite ships landing nearby, and the Adversite troops that are kind of leaving the shuttles. They seem to be well accustomed to kind of operating within stasis fields. Their movements are still slower, but they're moving much quicker than your friends. What do you guys want to do?
No, that's literally why we had to save Sarge.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't just leave you.
I could probably get,
we have to make it out with everyone. Dude, I mean, I don't know, full frontal assault?
If we break the machine, do you think it'll stop?
That's a very good idea.
I think break the machine, right?
Sure, man.
You've got... No, you don't have engineering.
I don't have engineering.
Do you
I have stealth.
You can throw
And a
things.
gravity hammer.
Can you launch something into it with the gravity?
I can try to get up on top of the building with my gravity hammer.
Right, are you going to try and do a gravity hammer jump on top of the building?
I mean, I'd like to.
So what you're saying is, AJ, they cast Rush Group.
Yeah, they cast Rush Group, dude. They killed a bunch of, they farmed goblin mages, and they have a bunch of wands, and they just cast a bunch of Rush Groups, and you guys are getting wrecked.
Great.
Yeah, but yes, you guys are super sluggish. You guys on the inside of the state, not inside. I mean, Otto is just completely like frozen. You can't do anything. Snipper Clips and Norman, you guys like are somewhat sluggish. You're not like completely in the heart of it, but your movements are not 100%. What are you guys doing?
I want a Doom Cannon, the machine.
All right, so you turn back and you start moving slowly deeper into the stasis field to get a shot, and then you have to.
Do I have to? The Doom Cannon's range, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, so essentially, you crash through the wall, so you're at the end of the alleyway, and like the stasis field is being projected outside the wall, and then you're gonna turn around, move towards the hole you created, and then Doom Cannon.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll ask for a durability strength check to kind of muscle your way through this. You can spend a couple power if you want to give yourself a bonus to the roll.
Sure. I'll spend
DC,
1 power. So
it's a DC 15 strength check. For every 1 power, you'll get a +1 bonus to the roll.
Oh god, that's hard. Okay, that's fine. I'll spend 2 power this run. That's fine. Oh, that's a 4.
All right, you try to angle yourself, but as you move through the stasis field, you just start to fall, and you can't turn yourself in time, and you just kind of crash and kind of skid into the edge of the warehouse, and you're just like somewhat paralyzed.
Okay.
Leonard, what are you doing? You see, you're out in like the middle of the street. You see these freaking Adversites in these strange suits, kind of white-looking suits you haven't seen before. They're not stormtroopers, it's not that's trademarked. But they're wielding the blue guns that I've described to Josh. They're kind of starting to aim towards you. What do you want to do? Josh, you see all your friends getting absolutely wrecked.
Okay, so they know they know that I'm there.
They see you. You're out in like the open street.
Okay.
Dude, can you remote hack the device?
I want to hide again. I want to find my way back to the
what about
place.
Security? You have security.
Oh my god.
You have level 4 security.
How do I untime out someone? Oops, I accidentally just hit a button.
Oh my god, Norm, you timed him out.
Oops.
You don't untime out. It just kills other messages in the chat and stops him from talking for like 5 seconds.
600 seconds.
Oh, you timed him out for 600 seconds?
That's what the automatic setup was.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, so
You
they
can't
can't
talk for 6 minutes?
That's not what I meant to do. 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes.
That's not what I meant to do.
Sonny, I'm sorry. I'm completely sorry.
Oh, man.
Rip my
Wait, no,
friend.
he should still be able to talk at time unless you ban him?
No, it says Sunny must be happy, timed out for 600 seconds. So our settings must be set to time out for 600 seconds for mods.
I'm sorry, Sonny.
Rip.
I'm gonna expect a message soon
I did not mean to do that.
saying
How did you,
the Asian's a dick.
how did you time
I'm
that?
gonna laugh if
I'm
I
a
get a
mod,
message.
so I just timed him out. I'm abusing my mod
Wait
powers.
a minute.
I'm also the owner of the channel, so...
Okay, there's no... You can untime out.
Did you untime him out?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can untime out.
How fucking
They're
dare
like, you cunt.
Oh, watch that.
Here, let's do a little playback real quick.
Alright, no, we gotta keep going.
We got it. Yeah, let's keep
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep
sorry,
going.
sorry.
Oh my god.
All right, Leonard, what are you doing?
Okay.
The situation looks grim.
What the fuck am I doing?
This is really warm.
Can I roll
It is
security
fucking warm.
to
All right, what do you want to hack?
The machine.
the machino boy?
All right, so your role is to attempt to hack into the stasis field generator
Yeah, and turn it off.
and turn it off.
Yes.
All right, it's pretty difficult. Not really familiar with this thing at all. But I'll say that if you get like a DC, like you don't even like know how to necessarily interface with it, or if it even has remote controls. But I'll say with a DC 18 security check, you can figure something out.
Yeesh.
Wow. That's nothing.
That's a 6.
All right, you are hit with a hail of laser fire. Roll 2 dodge checks, dexterity checks, DC 15, because you're in a stasis field.
9.
Get out of the way.
17.
All right, roll a durability check, DC 13, to knock it super stasis.
Fuck. That's 7.
All right,
Rip
Josh,
campaign,
at this
boys.
point, all of your friends are stasis. You're the only one who's not stasis. What do you do?
Rip fucking campaign.
Succumb to the adversate threat and hope that the fucking gangsters will be able to save us.
All right, so you just kind of give up peacefully, and they just kind of like
No,
stasis
I'm
you?
definitely not giving up peacefully. I'm gonna try to gravity hammer jump onto the building.
It's too loud.
All right, so there is a squadron on the roof on the building, their house. But you can, so you use your gravity hammer to thrust yourself forward into the air. I'll say that if you overload the gravity hammer by 2 power, that's a thing you can attempt.
Absolutely.
You start flying through the air like a gravity hammer wielding like a witch on a broom, frankly.
Boom! Then I just tuck it under in between my legs.
And I'm gonna ask you for some dexterity rolls. There's like basically a firing squad on one of these roofs, like firing at you. So make like 5 checks to dodge a DC like 9 dexterity check as lasers just fly all around you.
Okay, so wait, what? How many?
5?
5 DC 9 checks.
So that's already an 8.
Okay, good. Glad
That's
that
an at
happened.
1. That is a 12. That is an